Welcome back. So we continue. Before you go through this lecture, you must have seen the introduction so that this one makes sense for you. So let's think about the problem that I just solved for you guys. And then using that problem, I will be able to explain this thing. So the task at hand is for us to subtract 15 out of 38. How did I go about solving this? So as always, you first have to introduce dimensions, or if you're using quad and margin, then you'll find like the lines are already drawn for you, and most likely you'll have to draw only this one to separate the two numbers that you'll be working at. So when you create these dimensions, you always think about how many digits are here. So in this case, I've got 1, 2 digits. I've got 1, 2 digits. So I'll put 1, 2, 1, 2, and then I'll be left with this one just in case there's an overflow. So with that, then that's what I needed. So the numbers that are presented to me, it's only tens and units, but I understand that at times you might find, like especially in the case of addition, that there's a number that you carry, so that extra space makes a difference. So once you have done that, the first step for you is to write the first number. So in this case, our first number is 38, and that's exactly what I did. I wrote 38. So now that I've written 38, my second step is to write the minus sign. Why? Because I'm subtracting, and that's precisely what I did. I wrote the minus sign. So once I wrote the minus sign, I go to the next step, which is to write the second number. So now that I've written the second number, everything is looking good in terms of what has been presented to me. So this is the line that I was talking about to say is like if you are using quad and margin, you'll find that these ones you don't have to draw yourself because you just use the blocks as tens, units, hundreds, and so forth. So you'll just draw the one horizontal line. Go to our next step, and then you subtract the numbers in the rightmost column. In this case, or in almost every case, is going to be your units. And then borrow if the number 2, actually supposed to be number 2 is larger. Yeah, if number 2 is larger. So you only borrow. So this one is not number 1, it's number 2. So you only borrow if this one is larger. So for example, in this case, I have 8 minus 5. So 8 is smaller than 5. There's no need for me to borrow. So what I'll do, I'll say 8 take away 5, and then my answer is going to be 3. So there was no need for me to borrow. And then the next step, subtracts the numbers in the next column, tens, and borrow if necessary. And that's where we go. Go to the tens section. You say 3 minus 1. 3 is larger than 1, so there is no need for me to borrow. So what is my answer? It's 2. So now with that being said, I've actually written out the sum in full, and my answer is 23. So if you take 38, take away 15, and then you'll be left with 23. So just to go back to that one and rectify this one, you subtract the numbers in the rightmost column, this one, and then you borrow if the number 2 is larger. So it's not number 1, it's number 2, whereby you say 8 minus 5, and then you get 3. So when I prepared the notes, I just made that a mistake there. But you will see, I will explain this further in the example sessions. So yeah, that covers the theory of how to work with the difference and getting to understand subtraction. So come with me onto the next example where I will explain everything further using an example which is has more element onto it. See you there.